Welcome back, students. In last class, we were discussing about measures of liberalization. Under that, already we discussed about the deregulation of industrial sector. There are 5 measures taken or changes done by the government through liberalization. First one is which one? Deregulation of industrial sector. Second one is financial sector reforms. Third one was tax reforms. And fourth one is foreign exchange market, like foreign exchange investment, and last one is investment and trade. Okay, so now we have to discuss another important measure taken by the government through the liberalization. That is financial sector reforms. Financial sector reforms. So what is the meaning of financial sector? So what are the institutions will come? Financial institutions will come under the financial sector. That is, we have to see. So under the financial sector, so we can see commercial banks, stock exchange, understanding? So this financial sector completely belongs to the banking system. So that is commercial banks, investment banks, stock exchange market, okay, under the financial sector we can see commercial banks, stock exchange market, investment banks, even foreign exchange market. Okay, so financial sector is nothing but it including commercial banks, stock exchange market, investment banks, foreign exchange. So before 1991, these are all, that means financial sector regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. That is RBI. Okay, financial sector means or it includes commercial banks, stock exchange market, investment banks, foreign exchange and other financial institutions. Okay, all these financial sector activities regulated by Reserve Bank of India. That means the Reserve Bank of India only decides the amount of money, how much amount should be keep with themselves. Themselves means within the banks. Okay, that was also decided by the government, and also the rate of interest also fixed by the government. There was no rights to fix the rate of interest for banks, so that was also decided by the government. And also the major aim is here we have to understand, before 1991 all the financial activities done under the Reserve Bank of India. That is, Reserve Bank of India controlled and managed the financial sector. Before 1991 there was no freedom for private sector bankings. Okay, everything under the control of Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India only decides how much rate of interest should be fixed, or how much money should be keep with themselves, and how much money should be provided in the name of loan. Okay, how much should be keeping with themselves and keeping with Reserve Bank of India. Everything decided by the Reserve Bank of India. Okay, any matter, for example, for a branch expansion, to start new bank, to stop the bank, to close the bank, or a branch expansion, for everything that is should get the permission from Reserve Bank of India. That means, so finally through the liberalization the main aim was, what is that? Reduce the role of government. Especially reduce the role of RBI. From the financial activities. The main was through the liberalization. That was which one? Removing the restriction, or otherwise reducing the role of Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India in financial sector or in financial activities, reducing or removing the role of which one? Reserve Bank of India, removing the role of Reserve Bank of India in financial sector or financial activities. That was the main aim. That was removal of the role of Reserve Bank of India on private sector, banking or on financial sector, Before it was completely controlled by Reserve Bank of India. Through the liberalization or new economic policy, they decided to remove the role of RBI, reduce the role of RBI from the financial activities or from the financial sector. Okay, the main aim of liberalization was removal or reduce the role of Reserve Bank of India in financial activities or in financial sector. Before it was completely under the Reserve Bank of India, because each and every commercial bank or activities of stock exchange market, in the investment banks and also foreign exchange market, everything under the Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India only decides how much interest rate should be fixed, how much money should be give it themselves, how much money should providing as a loan, okay, how much rate fixed by, that is especially in foreign exchange rate, how much should be fixed, everything decided by the government, okay, through the branch expansion, like so to branch expansion also should get the permission from Reserve Bank of India, and to open a new bank, to close a bank, for everything we should get permission from the Reserve Bank of India. But after the introduction of 1991 new economic policy, through the liberalization, it was removed the restriction. It has reduced the role of Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India in all financial activities or in all financial sector activities. Okay, this means financial sector may be allowed. The financial sector may be allowed to take decisions. On many things, on many matters without getting permission from the Reserve Bank of India, without consulting the Reserve Bank of India. Through the help of liberalization, financial sector may be allowed to take decisions in all the matters without consulting Reserve Bank of India. Okay, that was the financial sector reform. And also there was FII. What is the meaning of this? Foreign international investors. Okay, foreign investment, foreign institutional investors, foreign foreign institutional investors, foreign institutional investors, FII, foreign institutional investors. They are given permission to the FII, foreign institutional investors. They are merchant banks, mutual funds, pension funds, etc. For this also they are given permission with the help of liberalization. So through the finance sector, otherwise with the help of liberalization, they are given allowment, they are given the permission to invest Indian financial market from other countries. Foreign institutional investors, FII, foreign institutional investors. Before there was no permission to invest by other countries. Okay, now with the help of liberalization measures, even foreign countries also they can invest in our country. So through the FII, foreign institutional investors, they are called as merchant bankers, mutual funds, pension funds. Okay, so through this the income also received from other countries to our country. So other countries they can invest in our country, and our country also invest in other countries. Okay, these are all financial sector reforms, especially before it was completely under the Reserve Bank of India. So the main aim of the liberalization, that was remove the or reduce the role of Reserve Bank of India to fix rate of interest for branch expansion, to start or close any bank, okay, for all other things. So all the financial sector, that is includes commercial banks, stock exchange market, investment banks, stock exchange market like NSE, BSE, okay, Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange, okay. So investment banks, foreign exchange market, everything under the financial sector reforms, okay. So all the activities controlled by the Reserve Bank of India before 1991, okay. So after 1991, that was LPG, through this especially liberalization, it was removed. So other countries also they can invest in our country, and also they can take their own decisions, and also they can fix their rate of interest, and also they can expand their branches without consulting the Reserve Bank of India. So it has done with the help of liberalization. So this was financial sector reforms.